Hello everyone, welcome to today daily market review. And after another crazy and insane day after day after day, but let's look into those charts, wide ranges, looking when starting with SPY, what a crazy action. So basically yesterday, if you remember, we had a big gap down with SPY opening below the 8-day moving average, crossing below the 21-day moving average and closing near the lows. At the end of the day, we saw a possible bounce, and today it gap up from yesterday closed and resume back up. Middle of the session, reversal and fading once again. So where we stand right now? In no man place. We have here a big fight between bulls and bears. It's getting very tricky. Actually, the options market is pretty much insane. The volatility is way too high. So it's very difficult to hold positions for too long. Today I got stopped myself several times during the session. The analysis was correct on the bounces, on the moves down, but the volatility just too wide, too high, and makes things a little more tricky. So where we stand right now, bulls try to step in and filling the gap at 383. They were not able. We hit 381.93 and bears were able to strike on some volume into the close. So they closed the SPYs below the 8-day moving average and just slightly above the 21-day moving average. 377.52 it was the close. We have the 21-day moving average at 377.46. So big fight here for a position between bulls and bears. What we need, what we know. Okay, for the bear case, we need below today lows of the day, so we need below 375.89, and below that, we need below 372 to go into $370. That's what we know for the bear case. For the bull case, what we need, once again, bulls try to recover first the 8-day moving average 379.7 and above that going above 382 to go and fill the gap at 383. So big fight here for a position, and during these periods it's wise to stay mostly on cash. Try to pick some trades during the day, either stocks, either options. I've been trying to generate cash flow both ways. When I see that the options market is very tricky, I go with the shares. Sometimes I pick some options. Who cares? Okay, what matters is trying to generate cash flow on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So last 2 days not that easy. Yesterday very tricky. Today once again very tricky. So we have 2 days, but let's put in perspective all the month, and it was a crazy and very great month so far this year. So one day goes to the others, and in the end, what matters is at the end of the week, end of the month, if we are green, and so far very nice cash flow both ways, both up and down. So looking for example for the cubes exactly the same thing. We continue to have the bear gap. Yesterday they pushed price below the 8-day moving average, perfect stopped right at 21-day moving average. Today move higher, trying to fill the gap at 327.2, was not able, stopped at 326, and it faded at the end of the day, closing back below the 8-day moving average. So big fight here for a position. Bulls buying the 21 and try to fill the gap. Bears strike once again, pushing back below the 8-day moving average. So big wide range. We continue to range 326 and 317 is the levels right now. We can try to consolidate here to close it a little bit and reduce the volatility. And what we know that below today lows of today 320 we have 317, and if bears able to push price below 317, bad things can happen to 309. For the bull case, bulls need to regain once again 322.2 and going back into 327, fill the gap, and from there trying to squeeze back up. So who knows, flip a coin. I don't like to flip coins, so that's why I wait. Today, small caps, they try to shake out the tree and push price down. They tried once, bull step in. They tried twice, bull step in. Double intraday bottom. That's why I bought some calls. Decided to close the calls. It was the wise thing to do because they were losing momentum. What I was seeing, a possible double bottom and reverse back up. Didn't happen. Bear step in here and push price back down. So big fight here for a position. Keeping the range, no edge here. Keeping the range 213, 207 is the range. Getting tight. Bulls try to go above the 8-day moving average. They miss it. So for the bull case needs above 211.3, that's the 8-day, and push above 213 and squeeze back up. Bears needs below 207. Below 207, big waterfall into $200, $202. That's the possible bull case scenario, bear case scenario here. We wait to see, okay? So looking for Apple today, out of the gate, I was looking for a bounce from the near the 8-day moving average and looking to fill the gap. And I got stopped on those calls, cut the losers. Actually, they worked some minutes later, but it's not an easy path. Big fight here for a position. The calls actually worked, but the bears strike once again and push price back down below $140, going into 138 and closing just below the 8-day moving average. So 137.8. What we know, if they took price below 136.7 today as of today, we have 134. That's 21 when they have a gap to fill at 132.5. That's what we know and we need for the bear case scenario. For the bull case, bulls need to hold 137.9, go back above $140 to try to squeeze back up. So very, very tricky right now. AMD, another name that I was looking for a bounce, didn't happen. Yesterday, selling pressure, they push price back up, back down. Today, gone nowhere. So we wait to see where it's going next. Amazon, exactly the same thing. Yesterday, it was not easy. Scalp for the downside, but immediately slingshot up and bounce back up, back down. So very, very difficult action. At the end of the day, it was a bit more easier to fade into the close. Today, they buy the dip and fading again at the end of the day. So very, very tricky action here. Very wide range. It's very difficult to hold positions for too long when we have this kind of action. One of the names that I got some shares today, BTBT, it worked very, very well. Got some shares, getting at $70 and closing above $90. It actually gone a little bit more higher, 2043. I trade for a living, okay, guys? So I trade for a living. What does that means? I don't trade for home runs. I don't trade for higher returns. I trade for a living. I trade for cash flow. I get in, generate the cash flow on the trade the best I can, and get out. And either up or down, I don't care. Okay, it actually gone a little bit more higher. I'm happy for those that held some more with some more time. But once again, I trade for a living. Get in, get out. And with the market that we have right now, it's very, very tricky. So now what? For the bull case, needs above 2043 today as of today to try to fill the gap at 24. It's going to fill, no one really knows. Possible day one today. If we are going to have day two, we need a move above 20.5 to try to go into 24s. So keep it on your watch. DraftKings today, actually a beauty one. Got some calls and it was a beautiful one. I generate very nice cash flow. Actually, it was one of the trades got calls 54. It was one of the best trades of the day that gave me very nice cash flow. Closed a bit too soon. Those calls just skyrocket for more than 300% profits. Congratulations to all the traders that have patience to hold the trade a little longer. And what's next? It's having some time and some difficulty here at 56, 57. They have been selling 56, 57 respect price. If it goes above 58, then I believe we can have a big short squeeze into the 60s. For now, let's wait to see and if they are able to break it or not. Facebook, what an insane action. So basically, Facebook yesterday closed at the lows, today gap, big spike out of nowhere. Saw some bullish options activity out of the gate, out of nowhere, but bear strike very, very fast, pushing price back down. I gave some puts idea 265 at 60 cents, okay, for that expire tomorrow at 60 cents, and they closed at the end of the day right at 265 to the penny, 265.00 to the penny, and those puts closed at $242 from 60 cents to $2.42. So it was insane. 4 times the money. For those that got those lots, congratulations. And what's next? What's next? If it goes below 265, watch out. We have a gap to fill 262. Who knows where it's going to stop? Insane action here on Facebook. Be very careful, okay, guys? Looking for Netflix, exactly the same yesterday. I was looking for a bounce on Netflix, gave an idea on calls 532.5. They worked very well. SPY today hit 553 at the high of the day. So those calls, $20 in the money. So they gone into $20. Congratulations to everyone. But once again, they faded with the tech names. I said that I was seeing tech names and Nasdaq fading, and Netflix no exception. Now what? For the bear case, needs below $530 today, lows of today, below $530. We have 515 yesterday lows, we have 509 gap to fill. For the bull case, what we need above today as of today, 553.2 to try to regain $560. So big fight here. NIO, one of the names today, bullish reversal candle here, recovering and holding the 21-day moving average. If this is a day one, we need a day two above $60. Above $60 can go into the $62 area. So let's see if tomorrow or next week it's going to have day 2, 3 for a possible squeeze back up. Stay open-minded. Another name, and this one I got pissed. Riot. I was looking for upside on Riot. Got into the calls, got stopped into the calls, and saw it squeeze back up some minutes later. It happens. It's part of trading, and it's very difficult with this kind of volatility that we are seeing on the market. It's very, very difficult. So congratulations to all the traders that held the positions for longer. And it actually, at the end of the day, some fading, closing below the 8 and 21-day moving average. Bull case is above 22. This is what it was, a short-term scalp here, not playing for longer. Congratulations to all the traders. Okay. What we have more, Tesla was looking for the gap to get filled. Didn't get filled, so we have today highs of today 848 as your key resistance. Bull case needs above 848 to fill the gap at 858, and from there squeeze back in it, looking for new all-time highs. Bear case needs below today lows of today. $800, it was the low. If it breaks below $800, can give a waterfall, has gaps to fill at 740, the next level around 705. So big waterfall if breaks below and stays below $800. Twitter, another name, gave an insane trade. I gave calls, I got calls 50.5 strike. Get in, get out, got the cash flow, and just to see it go, another name that more than doubled. So it 52.25, I got calls around $1, and they more than doubled. So congratulations to all the trades, but it's not easy, okay? It's not getting easy right now for the trades one way or the other. Now what? Needs above 52 to squeeze back into the 55. That's almost the middle, and 54, 55. For the bear case, needs below today lows of the day, 49 to go back into the 48 and 46. So keeping open-minded. One of the names that I had to do watch was VFF. Made a bullish reversal candle today. Let's see if it's going to have some momentum. Needs above 12.5. 12.5 is the trigger in my opinion, can go into the 40s. So keep it on your watch. So where we stand right now, we stand on a big fight between bulls and bears. Yesterday action really was very, very ugly. It was a bear case scenario. Today, bulls step in and did the job that they could, but they missed. They failed, were not able to fill the gap. The range was very wide. So, and the bears take the chance. So we have here, this is the proof that we have bulls and we have bears, okay, and we were still able to close above today open. So bulls were a bit more stronger, but at the end of the day, bears were able to get some power. So stay open-minded is what I can tell you. No one can predict what else is going to happen, and stay open-minded, play safe, play the range, and try to regenerate cash flow the best way we can. Okay, so thank you all for watching. Wish you all a great trading